Welcome to the Pilgrim Center of Hope boat. We're developing a prayer garden here, and this boat is going to be the centerpiece. And so you might say, why a boat? Well, the boat is an ancient Christian symbol of the church, being tossed about on the waves of disbelief and persecution, and yet makes its way to safe harbor with its cargo of human souls. And that's why we chose the boat for the logo for the Pilgrim Center of Hope. But the boat also recalls an amazing pilgrimage experience of sailing on the Sea of Galilee. And while out on the water, the captain turns the engines off, and we have a time of quiet where we can just listen to the waves slapping up against the side of the boat and recalling the events that happened on the Sea of Galilee. And then after a while, we read from the Gospel of Matthew the account of Jesus walking on the water in the midst of the storm. And when the disciples see Jesus, first they are terrified, thinking that it's a ghost. And Jesus said, "Take courage, it is I." And then Peter says, "Lord, if it's you, command me to come to you out on the water." And Jesus said, "Come." So Peter gets out of the boat and begins to walk on the water towards Jesus. But then he takes his eyes off Jesus and looks at the waves swelling around his feet, and he begins to sink. And he cries out, "Lord, save me." And so Jesus reaches out and pulls Peter up, and he said, "Oh, you of little faith, why did you doubt?" When Peter's eyes were on Jesus, he was fine. And that's the message for all of us. When we are going through trials and difficulties, we must keep our eyes on Jesus and trust in his help and his promises. Here on the crucifix, we see Jesus Christ with his arms outstretched for all humanity, and he says, "Take courage, it is I." When we keep our eyes focused on Jesus and trust in his promises, when we anchor our hearts in the hope that we find in Jesus Christ and his promises, we can always maintain calm in the midst of the storms that come our way.